Has your libido plummeted recently and you just don't really know why or how to get it back? Then you're in luck. I'm going to take you through some possible reasons why your libido has dropped off outside of the typical, oh, it's just your testosterone levels, and give you some actionable steps so you can get back into enjoying the intimacy in your relationship. I'm James King and I'm here to teach you how to blow a woman's mind inside and outside the bedroom. Low libido can be a real relationship killer if you don't handle things properly or if you don't get it under control. Intimacy is the glue for any relationship, and without it, you just become roommates. When your sex drives don't align anymore, it can cause a lot of unspoken resentment to build up in both partners because both your needs and desires are no longer being met, which can lead to cheating and breakups. So what exactly can you do about it, and can you get the desire for intimacy back in your life? Well, first up, before we can solve it, we need to look at what's causing a crash in your libido, as different causes will need different solutions. So make sure you aren't skipping ahead just yet. There's a lot of potential reasons, but I want to hit on the major 13 in this video. What dictates your sex drive can be broken down into two categories: the mental and the physical. Physical causes include, but aren't limited to, your fitness level, too much or too little physical activity, diet, alcohol, smoking, aging, medications, and medical conditions. And of course, the elephant in the room is testosterone levels dipping. The problem is most people blame this straight away and think everything will be solved if they just jump on TRT. But the thing is, you might actually have great levels of T and still be suffering from low libido. You should get your T levels checked for sure, but you may find there's a deeper cause in the mental aspects of your sex drive. Some of the mental causes are your mental health. Suffering from depression or anxiety can have severe impact on your sexual functioning. Negative sexual experiences could be causing certain blocks in you when it comes to intimacy. A disconnect between you and your partner, low self-esteem and self-image, and one of the biggest and main causes I've seen is stress, which of course can happen at any time. So now that you're aware of the causes, what can we do about it? Well, you need to do a little bit of a life audit and check these questions. 1. When did my sex drive change or die off? 2. Did anything major happen or change around that time? 3. Has this happened before and then bounce back? And 4th, how much is this affecting me and my relationship right now? Now, the reason you want to ask yourself that 4th question is because having a low sex drive for a short period of time is natural, and oftentimes we work in cycles. Right now, you might have more important things going on in your life, and sex just isn't a big factor at the moment. Of course, I'm not saying neglect it entirely. As I said earlier, it is the glue and could cause other problems not sharing yourself with your partner. And that's why it's important to look at how long this has been going on and how serious a problem it is to fix right now. A couple of weeks is nothing, but if it's been months, you may have to start committing some time to working on this so you don't lose your relationship. Now, before I jump into how to overcome all the causes I mentioned before, if you are finding this video useful so far and want to let me know, hit that like and subscribe button below so that you can be updated whenever I release new videos that may help improve your sex life and your relationships. And just before we move on, I want to do a little bit of a poll. Out of all the causes I listed just before, what do you believe is the main reason for your sex drive slowing down? Now we can go ahead and jump into some of the best solutions to revamping your sex drive. To address the physical, if you haven't been getting out and exercising much, that would be your first point of action. As we gain weight and fat, it has a significant impact on our testosterone production and other health factors like our stamina. The best thing for boosting tests naturally is actually doing some strength training. So getting into the gym and getting in shape can be a great boost to your libido. And it has the added bonus of adding to your partner's sex drive as you get more in shape and she gets more turned on. If you notice that your diet has gone to shit in recent months, start changing it up for healthier options and even include foods that are known to be good for libido and arousal, such as mushrooms, oysters, spinach, fenugreek, and heaps of other great options. Now, if you're a big smoker or drinker, look at your current intake and try and cut back for the next couple of weeks and see how things change. You may need to completely stop one or both to actually know for sure if it's working, but cutting back is better than nothing. And if you did end up getting tested and you are low in T, then before jumping straight to the TRT, I would encourage you to first look up natural ways of boosting your testosterone. This can be through fitness, diet, and I'm not just talking about what you aren't getting at the moment, but possibly what you're putting in your body that could be impacting your T levels. levels. You can also look at natural supplements as well, such as Tonkat Ali, but I do recommend talking to a doctor before adding new supplements to your routine. Now, to address the potential mental causes, with things like depression and anxiety, I would recommend talking to your doctor about the medications you're on and how it's impacting your sex life, and they may be able to suggest other alternatives to increase your quality of life whilst also helping with your mental health. Now, if you suffered a negative sexual experience in the past, there are two things you can really do. If they are quite severe, talking to a therapist and having the cause addressed could be the best course of action. But say the negative experience was more along the lines of performance anxiety, where you just felt you didn't live up to an amazing experience, or you struggled to get it up, keep it up, or you came a bit quickly. I would recommend finding either a sex therapist or coach you feel comfortable and resonate with, who has the skills to help you overcome the sexual issues you're facing, or to give you the techniques and skills so you feel comfortable and confident in the bedroom with a partner. Now, if there's been a disconnect from your partner, sitting down, checking in, and setting up an open dialogue so you can both talk about what's going on for the both of you, this can really help. For this kind of issue, it will take both of you acknowledging what's going on and working together to solve the issue. The longer this drags out, the harder it is to get back on the same page and come up with a solution, as one or both of you may start focusing on exiting the relationship. Open and honest communication is the key with keeping your connection strong, so both of you have your needs being met. And finally, when it comes to stress, you need to acknowledge what's going on. Is it financial, family, or work stresses that are popping up at the moment? How is this impacting you? For a lot of people, when they are stressed, they tend to sleep less, which lack of sleep makes you more susceptible to stress and lowering your sex drive. It's a vicious negative spiral. Once you work out where the added stress is coming from, then it comes down to working out a plan. If it's a new work project that's due soon, you know that there is an end date for this stress, and you may just have to accept this little bit of add-on for a bit of time. If it's something else, you need to start addressing it. If it's family or friend related, you need to open up your communication. If it's financial, sit down and work out where you need to go with things and how to change your current situation. When you get clear on the situation, this will relieve a layer of stress, and you can then start working on the next steps and what you need to do going forward. At that point, you may realize that you've created a bigger deal out of things and stressed yourself out over something that is actually manageable. The world works in cause and effects. So once you narrow down the cause of what's happening, you can apply the right strategy to get the outcomes you want. It can take some work, but you can get there. If you do have any deeper questions on this, drop them in the comments below and I'll make sure I get back to you. And don't forget to check out the description for any important links and new trainings. And like always, like and subscribe and check out some of my other videos. I'll see you next time.